hired a private chef for my wife's birthday. She walked into our house, dropped her bags, and said, "This is the kitchen where I grew up." My wife Margot was turning 40. I wanted to do something she'd remember. She doesn't care about jewelry. She doesn't want a party. She loves food. The kind of food that makes you close your eyes when you chew. So I booked a private chef, a woman named Adriana, rated 5 stars on every platform I checked. Booked out 3 months. I got lucky with a cancellation. She arrived at 6 p.m. professional. 2 heavy bags of equipment, a crate of ingredients. She stepped into the kitchen, set the bags on the island, and stopped. Not paused. Stopped. The way a person stops when their body recognizes a place before their mind catches up. The color left her face. She stood completely still, looking at the window above the sink. Then she whispered, "Not to me, not to anyone. This is my kitchen." I didn't understand. "We've lived here for 5 years," I said. She walked to the window, ran her finger along the bottom tile of the sill. There used to be a hairline crack right here. My mother never fixed it. I had replaced that exact tile 3 years ago during a renovation. The crack was there when we moved in. She opened the cabinet next to the stove, looked inside. She kept them on the left side. Paprika first, then cumin. You move them. My wife and I looked at each other. We bought this house from an estate sale. An elderly woman had lived here alone. She passed with no immediate family contact listed. The house was emptied and sold through a probate attorney. We never knew her name. Adriana was her daughter. She stood in the middle of what used to be her mother's kitchen with her hands at her sides and her eyes filling slowly. She didn't sob. She just stood there, letting the room reach her. She told us quietly that she left home at 18, culinary school in New York. Her mother wanted her to be a doctor. They fought the night before she left. Words meant to wound. Words that succeeded. They didn't speak for 12 years. Adriana called once. Her mother didn't answer. Her mother wrote a letter once. Adriana didn't open it. The silence calcified, became permanent. Her mother died alone in this house. By the time Adriana found out, the estate had been settled. The house sold. The furniture, the photos, the letter she never opened, all gone. She never got to say goodbye. Until tonight. She didn't leave. I offered. She shook her head. "I'm going to cook." She didn't cook the menu we'd agreed on. No seared duck, no truffle risotto. She cooked her mother's food. From memory. A rustic Sunday soup with root vegetables cut in uneven chunks because her mother never measured. A garlic chicken with rosemary and too much lemon, the way her mother always made it. And a small pastry, dough folded over sweetened cheese, that her mother taught her when she was 6. The first thing she ever learned to cook. In this kitchen. At this counter. She cooked in complete silence for 3 hours. No music, no conversation. Just a knife on a board, a wooden spoon against cast iron, and the occasional opening of the oven. The house smelled like someone else's childhood. My wife and I sat at the table and ate every bite. We didn't mention the changed menu. We didn't speak. The food was heavy with something I don't have the right word for. History, regret, forgiveness, all of it. In a bowl of soup and a plate of chicken with too much lemon. It was the greatest meal of our lives. Not because of technique, because every dish was a letter she never sent, written in garlic and salt and memory, served in the kitchen where she learned to hold a spoon. After dinner, Adriana ignored the dishwasher. She filled the sink with hot water and washed every pot and plate by hand. "My mother said you respect the meal more when you clean up after it yourself," she whispered. She dried the last plate, set it in the cabinet. Then she opened the spice cabinet, moved every jar to the left side. Paprika first, then cumin. Exactly the way her mother kept them. She closed the cabinet, stood there with her hand on the door for a long time. Then she picked up her bags, thanked us, and left.